A fact is a thing that is indisputably and undoubtedly the case. And with anything that is indisputably and undoubtedly the case, there's bound to be thoughts provoked. When we hear the fact that all storms come with rainbows, we may be inclined to feel a sense of wonderment and happiness. But if you're looking for a sense of wonderment and happiness, you're searching in the wrong place. Because what's even more thought-provoking is the fact that social standards have swept under the rug. And maybe they swept them under the rug for a good reason. Because these facts will not enlighten you or help you in your day-to-day life. These facts are not something you would share as a fun fact or little tidbit at your next family get-together. These are 50 creepy facts that will freak you out. People who announce their goals to others are far less likely to make those goals happen. Meaning if someone tells you that they're going to do something, they probably won't. It is thought that around 100 billion people have died in all of human history. Your chances of dying on the way to get your lottery ticket is actually far greater than your chance of winning the lottery. The hemlock water drought is a poisonous plant that leaves a victim with a big smile on their face at the time of death. A man survived in a sunken ship for nearly 3 days, 270 feet underwater, pitch darkness, while listening to fish eat the corpses of his shipmates. There are over 400 specific phobias well recognized by psychologists. About 153,000 people will die on your birthday this year. Most of what we know about the stages of hypothermia came to us from a Nazi human experiment. There's a parasite which destroys the tongue of a fish and then itself replaces the tongue for the rest of the fish's lifespan, essentially transforming itself into a living, parasitic, but fully functioning and otherwise harmless tongue. Your mind rewrites monotonous speech of boring people to make it sound more interesting. Well, I'm grateful for that one. There is a brain-eating amoeba that lives in freshwater bodies. It can kill a human in only 7 days. Death rate is 98%, and there is no effective treatment against it. 7,000 people are killed every year by doctors' sloppy handwriting. The saddest song you know is the saddest song you know because you associate it with the saddest memory that you know. When you die, your sense of hearing is the last thing to go. The average mattress doubles in weight over the course of 10 years due to accumulation of dust mites and dust mite feces. In a South African nation, there's an airstrip where the pilot rolls the airplane off a cliff and drops until there's enough airspeed to fly. Few pilots are trained enough to handle the airplanes in such scary conditions. The music you listen to greatly affects the way you perceive the world, but listening to sad music actually tends to make us feel better, because we feel better about ourselves if we focus on someone who's doing even worse. A well-known process known as downward social comparison. In the US, every hour, one person is killed by a drunk driver. Don't drink and drive. There are more vacant houses in the US than there are homeless people. Spending money on yourself actually makes you feel bad internally, where spending money on others makes you feel better. 2 out of 3 Australians will be diagnosed with skin cancer by the time they hit 70. Mount Everest has about 200 dead bodies on it, which are now landmarks on the way to the top. 15% of the air you breathe in the average bus station is human skin. Romantic love is biochemically indistinguishable from having severe obsessive-compulsive disorder. People who don't travel die younger than those who do. New research shows that phobias may be memories passed down through generations in DNA. Every minute someone commits suicide. 30% of pregnant women crave non-food items, an eating disorder called pica. Items include mattress foam, clothing, and even human feet. Phobophobia is a phobia of having a phobia. 16% of cell phones were proved to have feces on them. Sharks kill about 12 humans per year, while people kill about 12,000 sharks per year. There's a rare mental disorder where people actually think that they're decomposing. 1 in 5 people in France have experienced depression, making it the most depressed country in the world. More people commit suicide in New York City than are murdered. Researchers are debating on adding internet addiction to the list of mental disorders. The creator of the Pringles packaging had his ashes stored in a Pringles can. You can inherit a gene that can cause you to be negative most of the time. Psychologists examined internet trolls and found the majority are narcissistic, psychopathic, and sadistic. Your brain treats rejection like physical pain, meaning that heartbreaks actually hurt. 68% of people suffer from something called phantom vibration syndrome, the feeling that one's phone is vibrating in your pocket when it's not. 80% of all Soviet males born in 1923 died during World War II. The average high school student today has the same level of anxiety as the average psychiatric patient in the early 1950s. Crucifixion is still an official punishment in Sudan. Within 3 days of death, the enzymes that once digested your dinner begin to digest your body. The practice of burying the dead may date back as far as 350,000 years. There are animals that don't die, or at least don't die from old age, including jellyfish and a certain kind of flatworm. Butterflies have been known to drink blood. Your desk, your kitchen sink, your grocery cart, cell phone, restaurant menu, and any ATM all have more bacteria than your toilet bowl. Yes, this is a real bird. Known as a magnificent Argentine bird, this bird lived around 6 million years ago and has a wingspan of 21 feet. Cockroaches that are raised in space are quicker, stronger, faster, and tougher than their counterparts on Earth. So that is 50 creepy facts to freak you out. If you're enjoying this new format, let me know in the comments below. And feel free to subscribe because I upload consistently, 5 videos a week. And if you would like to continue binge watching, click one of these videos here. It really helps me out.